What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the video about the class syllabus. We're going to break down in greater detail what's expected this semester, and we'll have some of the larger assignments. We'll have subsequent videos for those as well, so I'll get to those in a second. Just know that you're in History 201. We're looking at pre-Columbian America or prehistory all the way up to around the Civil War and the start of the Reconstruction, about 1877. So if that's not the class you signed up for, you might want to fix that. So we'll be looking at U.S. history. So you generally during the semester have people that will complain about us not talking about World War II. What happened in Germany? And, those are different time period and different part of the world. So we will not be discussing that here. So there's going to be basically everything on Blackboard. I also have my own website, RyanGLancaster.com. We'll be pulling some stuff from there as well, too. But this is a completely online class, and so you don't really have office hours. But you can obviously reach out to me anytime you want to get a hold of me. Email is fantastic. Again, I have 400 jobs. So I will do my best to get a hold of you as soon as humanly possible. So giving usually about 12 hours to get back to you. So you can read through the course description. I kind of described it to you a little bit, and the course objectives on your own. This is the new fancy word that we're using. It's an online asynchronous class. And what that means is that when you take this class, it will not be including like any start times or stop times as far as a group goes. So for example, we're not gonna meet in a Zoom meeting on a Monday night or Friday or whatever. I feel that you're a busy person and so am I, and kind of get everyone in the room to agree to a time that's the best to meet just didn't seem like the best option for this class. So we're going to be asynchronous. So basically you start Monday for the week, and I'll have a bunch of assignments for you and reading and all those things to do. And you'll go through it at your own pace and answer whatever questions or assignments are due by generally that Sunday night by 11:59 p.m. So you'll have from Monday to Sunday to get everything done in your own pace. So if you have any questions on that, let me know. But moving on to the disclaimer for the class. The views expressed in the reading assignments and video lectures do not necessarily reflect the views of the instructor or the school. History is not monolithic. It is told through countless eyes with countless opinions. So I have to include this here because we're going to be reading some sensitive stuff sometimes. We're going to read people that we don't care for, people we may hate, people that we just do not agree with. We disagree wholeheartedly. And that's fine. History is not told from one perspective. It's told through multiple perspectives. And, as historians, we're detectives, and we got to figure out and crack the case. And so we're going to be looking at lots of primary and secondary sources, and there might be things that could potentially trigger you, and you just have to be prepared for that in 2020. So just be aware of that we're going to be reading through things and doing things and looking at things that might be problematic, and you just got to roll with the punches. So, moving on, you can read through all those program and degree requirements, but required readings, it's important to know that you need to have American Destiny, Narrative of a Nation by Mark C. Carnes and John A. Garrity, Volume 4th edition, Volume 1. There's another edition that has Volume 1 and 2 together. That one's so choice, if you can get it, and you can use it from my other class. So, that's what we'll be reading from this semester. However, there'll be tons of other reading assignments as you've already seen, and those will be provided for you either through links or through my Lancaster Reader, which will be a PDF document with a bunch of books or articles kind of chopped together. So more on that later. You can see the breakdown of the grades here. We have, quizzes, online discussion forums, midterm, final project, and the final thesis, as well as the final, all evenly matched in each section to equal a well-rounded education. So lots of different ways to score points in this class, so make sure that you're prepared to do that. Participation, obviously, do the assignments. That's your participation for this class, as opposed to like a brick and mortar class. So again, quizzes will be every couple of weeks. And with those quizzes, you'll be asked multiple choice questions on the reading and some of the lectures that you've listened to in the videos. So be prepared to take those after you do all the assignments for the week. Again, I'll let you know when those are coming, and they take about 10 minutes. So they'll be really quick, multiple choice, true or false questions. Discussion post. So I'll kind of briefly go over this because we're going to do the next 3 sections. We'll do separate videos on those. So just be prepared for those to come out this week as well. But you are required to do, there's 16 posts that I'll be giving you that you have to do. 2 of them are actually this week. And I'll pose a question, and I want you to go through and take your time, get some sources for the most part, except for maybe the first question. You don't really need a source, but all the other questions you'll need to have some sources, and you'll respond to the question, and then you'll go through after you've done that and respond to classmates and sort of give your feedback. And I'll go into it in greater detail in the video of discussion post, but essentially we need more than I agree with you or I disagree. We need something substantial. So I will get to that in the next video, so don't panic on that. The midterm final exam, they're both going to be short answer, short in quotes. Midterm being like a paragraph, final exam being questions answered in several paragraphs. But again, I'll do a video on this one, but all you need to know is that the midterm and the final exam, you'll be given access to questions. So the midterm, you have 8 questions asked. Out of those 8 questions, you'll have to answer 4 of the questions of your choosing that you feel the strongest to answer. And make sure that you do that. And we'll do something similar with the final exam, which again, I'll talk about these both in another video. One thing worth noting is the midterm and the quizzes. You both have to have the Respondus browser. There is a document in the Start Here tab of Blackboard. Read through that. Make sure you understand how to use Respondus if you've never used it before. It's basically a way to kind of make sure that we're not cheating when we take our tests and quizzes. So any questions that, let me know. And then, of course, we've got the final video project. This one is one of my favorites. You know, in online classes, we tend to do a lot of writing or typing, and I want to do something a little different. So you're going to actually have a video project that you'll be doing, and it'll be on a topic of your choosing from our class. So, for example, you could not do, 9/11 because this is a History 201 class, and you couldn't do the history of India because we're talking about the United States. But we'll have a project topic that'll need to be approved by me, and you'll do a little video on it. And there's lots of different ways to do that. And again, this is something that will be in a completely separate video. I'll break it all down for you and give you lots of examples. So don't be worried about that. We'll get to that this week as well too. So just be aware that you're going to have a final video project. So you can go through and kind of see the timetable for this class. Just letting you know that it's the modern world and things change, things happen. So just be prepared that through the weeks that things might have to be switched up a little bit. For the most part, this is what we're rolling with. And if we do make any changes, you'll be the first to know. So you can kind of read through that on your own and see. And of course, at the end of the syllabus, you can go through all the other jargon, and so you're aware of what the community college's life is all about. So anyway, that's all that for you there. So if you do have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I'll be through via email, and just stay tuned for the next videos.